All right. Our viewer question today hopefully will help out more than just the viewer that asked. But they have said that they have a huge sweet tooth and they really struggle with not giving into that in terms of the vegan junk food that's out there. So they wondered if you have some suggestions other than just fruit when they just really have a hankering for something sweet.
Okay. Oh my! In the medical books, they don't talk much about sweet tooth, but it's a real thing, and everybody has it. It's a natural thing for we humans. We go for those sugars as nature's way of showing us where the edible calories are, and it's a wonderful thing. Our desire for sweets, but like everything else, it can get out of control, and too much sugar does everything from rot your teeth to damage your tissues. So where do we make sense of this? First of all, eating a little bit of sugar, and especially in a whole plant form, which we're talking about, is okay. The problem is eating large amounts of refined sugars as a food. Sugars were never meant to be eaten as a food. They are flavorings. So if you want to eat sugar in any volume, it shouldn't be in the form of a cookie or a donut or any of the vegan junk foods, which the questioner has already mentioned they don't want to do a lot of. But again, when you're eating a vegan cupcake or a donut, you're eating a chunk of sugar as food. We want to do the opposite. Now, she said, besides fruit. Well, there's fruit and there's fruit. When you think about having an apple, it may not sound very appetizing, but if there was a bowl full of cut up mango chunks in the fridge ready for you to spoon in a few, ooh, that's different. Berries are just a wonderful treat, both either pop in your mouth or our favorite dessert now in the evenings for Elise and me is to take a small bowl, put a bunch of raspberries and blueberries in there and pour some oat milk or hemp milk on it. And we go to town on that. And it's just been delightful and satisfying our sweet tooth. And we find, we used to buy vegan ice creams and vegan chocolates. I've lost my taste for that. They're so obviously just pure sugar as a food that I haven't. We really last time we ate some vegan ice cream. We both looked at each other. We're sorry we did this. And what I'm saying is that your taste changes, and so allow that to happen. And finally, be strategic. I'm even losing my taste for dark chocolate, which I never thought I would. But I'm reminded of my friend Dr. Dina Ornish and his approach to chocolate, which I think gives us a lesson on how to handle sweets. Because Dean's got a sweet tooth, like we all do, and he's a chocolate fan. I said, so how do you deal with the chocolate thing? He said, this is how I do it. He says, when it comes to the chocolate eating experience, ooh, you want some chocolate. What's the best part of the chocolate eating experience? He says, well, it's right at the beginning. You've got that bar in your hand. It's all wrapped up in foil. You can smell the chocolate aroma, and the anticipation is wonderful. And your saliva starting to flow. You're really looking forward to this. And you unwrap it, and you smell that lovely chocolate aroma. You snap off a piece. The first piece of chocolate. I've been thinking about this all day. And you put that chocolate square in your mouth, and it melts in your mouth. And I just wash my tongue all around it. I inhale the chocolate aroma. I put a little behind my ear, under here. I'm fully with the experience of chocolate eating. I put everything on. I'm the chocolate eater, and I just enjoy the heck out of that chocolate, that square of chocolate. And I said, okay. And he says, now what's the next best moment of the chocolate eating experience? He says, well, you've gone through the whole bar, you're down to the last piece of chocolate. Oh, you want that one to last. And so you say, the last piece of chocolate. And he puts that in his mouth, and it melts, and he slathers his tongue all around it, and he's fully with that, and finally he swallows it. Phew. And, he's had the chocolate eating experience. So he says, so nowadays, I just take the best of that experience. I'll take the bar out of the fridge, open it up, snap off 2 pieces, wrap it up, put it back in the fridge. I'll take one of the pieces and say, the first piece of chocolate, and put that in my mouth and fully enjoy it. And then finally, when I saw it, I'll rest for a minute, and then I'll take the second one and say, the last piece of chocolate, and does the same thing with that. And he says, that's enough. I don't have to eat the whole bar. I've had the chocolate experience with that. And we both kind of laugh at what a psychological game it is, but that's really what the sugar eating is really about. It's all a game we play with ourselves. So there's ways to enhance the enjoyment as well as protract out the experience of it. And it gives you a sense of power that you didn't have to eat the whole bar. And there's something empowering in that. And then as time goes on, watch if you see that it's obviously a bunch of fat and sugar that you're putting in. That's what that chocolate square really is. And after a while, it starts tasting like a chunk of fat and sugar. Okay, then maybe it's time to eat less chocolate. And that's what our dietary evolution is about. So yeah, fruits are still where it's at. It's the guilt-free way to enjoy your sweets. Get imaginative. Again, berries with hemp milk on it it's just delicious. And if you want to get into the chocolates, whatever, hold it to one or 2 squares, and allow your taste to change. After a while, you'll start. You'll taste the goodness of the berries, and you'll taste the dishonesty of chocolates. I'm just a bunch of sugar and fat you're putting on your tongue here. And after a while, that becomes, the word is cloying, C-L-O-Y. I learned it's a cloying kind of sweetness that I'm losing my taste for, my flavor for. So hopefully that'll give you some ideas. But you can be creative. Banana chunks. My wife will slice up some banana chunks and just drizzle some tahini over it. Ooh, that's a nice way to enjoy that. You can make a little banana split for yourself in a bowl with some other fruits. So have fun with and sprinkle some nuts on top of it. Be a little imaginative. Give your mouth a little pleasure delight by chewing into the fruits and the nuts and the oat milk, and you find you need a lot less of the pure sugar foods in that way. So hopefully it'll help. So hopefully it was a sweet answer. Hi everyone, Dr. Michael Klaper here, announcing our new format for our Q&A with Dr. K. Annie Hagen will be asking me one question that's been sent in by our viewers. So if you want to see if your question is getting answered, do join us for our Q&A with Dr. K right here. Hope to see you then.